Guys, today we've got one of the most jam-packed episodes we have ever done. Every single pair is insane. So let's kick it off with arguably the weirdest release Jordan Brand has ever done. This might also be a great example of marketing. Oh, we got that, well, a lot smaller of a box than we're typically used to. Damn, okay, so this is even more interesting. Take a look at the corner of the box. It says Air Jordan instead of Air Jordan 1. Such a pristine box. Oh, okay, guys, this is the Jordan 1 Low 85 Royal. Here we have them, guys. Same double little lacing going on over here. Same a lot. And of course, when I'm saying same, I'm referring to the Bread 85s that just released. So, by the looks of it, I mean, it's the same, yep, same materials, same tongue, same text on the inside. In fact, same exact number on there as well. Outsole shape, the exact same. I mean, look at it. One of the standout things of this one is like how narrow that outsole is. Same exact thing going on over here. Okay, so if you're like at this point, what the hell is going on? Why is this a weird release? There's been zero promo for this pair of shoes. In fact, the story behind it is like that they canceled it. All of the sneaker leakers and everything were saying that this was a canceled drop. However, things got a little bit weird when we started seeing official images and people getting seeded pairs. And then a lot of the leakers turned around and said, okay, yeah, it's just going to be dropping in Europe. There's no releases for the US. And then the US got a release. So everybody was wrong on this pair of shoes, but it also just kind of turned out to be like such a low-key drop. Like Jordan Brand hasn't said anything about this pair of shoes. They haven't dropped on the Nike sneakers app. They haven't had any kind of storyline behind it, even though technically it should be up there as like a big of a deal as this. Obviously not as big of a deal because this is a Bread colorway and it's Jordan 1 high, but this is still an iconic colorway. The Royals, it's just a low cut. It's got the same 85 treatment. It's got all of the OG specs and everything like that. They've used the exact same tooling on both of these shoes. They are identical except for obviously the colors and the fact that these are low. So as of right now, these have only released through a few different retailers, but I just don't get it. I don't understand why Jordan Brand isn't putting any promo into it or releasing them on the Nike sneakers app. It almost feels like a mistake, like they kind of changed their mind last minute and didn't actually want these things to release. I'm convinced we're going to learn a lot more about this pair of shoes in the near future, but if anybody was wondering, yes, this pair of shoes does exist. It did release, potentially could have a sneakers release in the near future. Let me know what you think about these down in the comment section. Did you pick a pair up or did you pass on them or did you not even know that these released? Next, we got a good old Nike sneakers W, one of the best W's of this year. You know, it's actually kind of sad. I think this might be the only pull tab for today's video. Always a little bit special when I get to rip one of these open. Not like that. You know what, Nike? You used to engineer the best pull tabs, and now these new ones are trash. Forget it. Oh, we got one of the coolest freaking Nike boxes out there. Look at that Galaxy print on that. This has got to be one of my favorite Nike boxes of all time. This is so sick. And the special paper to match. Look at that. I mean, it does really spoil the surprise of what's inside, but here we go. We got the Foamposite Galaxies. I don't know why I said that in reverse. It's like, it's the Galaxy Foamposites. Oh, yes. Look at that. We got the little hang tag too. Here we have them. I mean, they definitely got that slick feel to them. I don't have the 2012s to like directly compare, but from what I understand, these are like identical to the originals. So you got that carbon fiber on the side, both on the outside and the inside. Glow in the dark underneath, which I mean, I'll try and see if I can throw in some B-roll of that because it is really cool when it lights up, especially with like all of the Galaxy print. The classic laces that go right down to the toe. It's just such a fun, iconic pair of shoes that I'm so glad they re-released these. Obviously, it was a massive deal when we found out that these were going to be dropping in 2025. And I think the release of these was fairly like how you would imagine a retro of the Galaxy Foamposites would go. Like, it was pretty mad. Especially like, obviously, the stores that did first come, first serves. There was lines out the freaking doors. Also, just having a Foamposite really just makes me think about the new one that they're doing, the GT Futures, and how exciting those are. I think those are going to be really interesting to kind of try out, but it's definitely inspired by one of the most iconic shoes of all time, the freaking Foamposites, especially in this colorway. Either way, guys, let me know if you managed to get these down in the comment section, and if you did, that is a big W. This is one of the most iconic sneakers in existence. Right, next up, oh, I lied. We do have another pull tab. I'm excited about this one. So this is a pretty exciting pair of shoes that actually a decent amount of you guys asked me to review. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to do that or not. You'll have to let me know down in the comment section. But of course, let me show you them first. yes, on. This could be disappointing, but I do have very high hopes. Oof, nice color. This is the On Cloud Surfer 2. Interesting. It's a very subtle little update that they've done to these things. I've tested a bunch of different On shoes, and the Cloud Surfer line is by far, in my opinion, the most comfortable. I think in 2023, it was the #1 most comfortable shoe that I had tried out of my top 10 list. That might have been 2024. Either way, for 2025's list, the Cloud Surfer dropped down because all of the other brands had kind of, you know, brought out new tech, and they were just some incredible different sneakers that dropped. However, this Cloud Surfer 2 hadn't released when I made that list, so I do have very high hopes. I think some of the changes that they made on here is definitely re-engineering the upper a little bit, so it seems like there's a decent amount more padding in the ankle area, which is nice. They feel a little bit lighter, although I would have to kind of side-by-side test these things. I believe they might have made this midsole a little bit softer, but again, I'm gonna have to test them out. I know that On is supposed to be dropping a Cloud Surfer Max, which is their max cushion offering, but apparently the foam on there isn't as soft as what this one is. Let me know if you've tried these out before as well. All right, we got a big old heavy box. All right, so it doesn't look like they've changed much in the packaging department, except the colors. Jeez, but their stuff is just so heavy. All right, so look at that. We got that nice little sleeve. Obviously, we're expecting premiumness. Why didn't they add a blue Jumpman? It's like they gotta add that burgundy color somewhere. Either way, you got a nice glossy top, a burgundy Jumpman or slightly brown. A Ma Maniere paper. And the sneakers themselves. This is the Ma Maniere Jordan 3. Interesting. Also included in the box, you get an extra pair of white laces in here. And then laced up is also white. So what's going on there? Slightly random, but you do get 2 white laces. I guess no blue, no sail. Yeah, feeling this leather feels insanely soft. So I just want to kind of compare it to the originals. I've got the originals over here. This is the one that kind of started it all. Hey, everybody freaking love this pair. So a little side by side, they look identical. Let's feel it out. Yeah, it feels like a bit softer, hey? They've changed up the materials a lot on here in terms of like the inside. So you can see this new diffuse blue pair, that has like almost a raw edge type feel to it, whereas this one a little bit more refined. It's got that rolled over style. The suede a little bit more hairy than the original, at least specifically around the back. You can see there's a lot more hair on this new one. And you know what, something I think it might be just like a little bit of an underrated touch, they've matted out the paint around the back, which on like a lot, or if not most Jordan 3s, is always got that like little shiny tint to it. You've got a sail back tab, except the original was like slightly translucent, and the back of the tongue is actually like this neoprene feeling material. I wonder how that's going to feel on foot. They also kind of tamed down the slickness of the quilting on the inside, which is pretty interesting. Ooh, can't wait to see this. Let's see what this insole is like. Look at that, man. That's what I love to see. The freaking quilted insole, or yeah, that is so dope. Look at that little patch on the bottom. I think the embroidery or the color of the embroidery kind of makes MJ look a little bit cheeked up over here. But no, everything about this is super premium. That's what we expect with a Ma Maniere and of course Jordan Brand. However, the release of these I think is going to be a little bit weird. Not only are we at a point where it just feels like people are not as excited about a Ma Maniere collabs as they used to be. And also, it seems like this specific shoe has not only been backdoored a lot already, but it's also been the target of a lot of people stealing them. And that's kind of what is reflecting the current resale price on this. For like an early pair that hasn't released yet, it's not as bad as you would typically think of a collaboration. The resale price would typically be a lot higher than it is right now. Point is, I'm not entirely sure how people feel about this pair of shoes. I really like it. If I had to put them with some of the other Jordan 3 Ma Maniere collaborations, OG #1 always, then I would probably say these and then the black ones as last place. Are Ma Maniere doing too many collaborations? That's also a potential. I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. In terms of release date, these are supposed to be dropping March the 15th, so let me know if you're going to be going for them down in the comments. Final pair, boy, am I excited to see these. Here we have the classic box, just the Jumpman, the speckling. We all knew this was coming. Oh boy, this is the Jordan 4 white cement. Damn, some people are gonna be pretty split on this one, but man, these are clean. No matter what the hell they throw on these, this is just such a nice colorway. I feel like even people who don't like Jordan 4s would like this pair of shoes. Like if you're someone who doesn't wear Jordan 4s, if I was to say, okay, out of all of the different Jordan 4 colorways, which one would you pick if you had to wear one? They'd probably take these, right? I mean, such a freaking wearable, easy to throw on, dope colorway. Now, the story behind this is that they are trying to make it as close to the original, the 89 pair, as possible. So, with that in mind, there are some different little details, some little things, but I think I will save all of that for the review. I think one detail which I just immediately noticed, which I think is pretty cool, is the speckling on the actual Nike Air branding. That is something that I believe is only on the 89 pair, maybe the 99 pair as well, but that's something that I think they left in the archives, and now they're bringing it back for this pair. I mean, I could already tell there's a few things on here that do signal that these are going to be a big GR release, like there's going to be a ton of pairs. We do know that they are going to be dropping in a full family size run, I believe May the 24th as of right now. I'm going to save all of the little different details about this pair of shoes, the on-foot shots and the full outfits and everything like that for the review, so definitely subscribe to see that. But I think what I'll leave you with is the fact that I think this pair of shoes is going to be everywhere this year. I think this is going to be a big one that a lot of people have been waiting for and a lot of people are going to love. Either way, let me know if you're excited for these down in the comment section. Are you going to be going for them, or is there just too many other Jordan 4s dropping this year that you're going to be going for? But that is all of the sneakers I got for you guys today. If you want to catch another video, there's one chilling, hanging out right over there.